The key to learning about multiplying polynomials is a good healthy breakfast with some oatmeal and berries. So let's get started on 7-2, multiplying polynomials. All right. Remember, counterclockwise circles, working from top to bottom, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, bottom to top. All right, so how do we multiply polynomials? Well, let's start out with example 1. This is 7.2 multiplying polynomials. That was close. Almost didn't fit that. All right, so example 1 is x times x. Well, x times itself would be x squared. Number 2, what is 2x times 2? Well, up here we could do x times x because they were the same, so it was x squared. Here, this would be 2 times 2, which is 4. And notice the x doesn't have anything to pair with, so it's just x. Number 3, we have 2x times 3x. So we're going to do the number times the number. That's 6. X times x from up here we know is x squared. Number 4, that says 3x cubed times 2x squared. 3 times 2 is 6. X cubed times x squared. Remember from the last chapter, we add the exponents. Oops, this is supposed to be x cubed. Doesn't matter. 3 plus 3 is 6. That's going to be 6x to the 6th. All right, let's go down to the U try. I'll walk you through these. So here we have number 1 is x y cubed times 4x squared y squared. Number 2 was 4 r s squared t times 3st. All right, so let's look at these two real quick. So here we're going to start out with multiplying the numbers. So it's 4 times, and there's a 1 there. It's understood to be 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. X times x squared, well, that's x cubed because we're going to add the exponent. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Y cubed plus y squared, or times y squared, well, we're going to add the exponents. So we're going to add that, and that's 5. Here, 4 times 3 is 12. R, there is no r here, so it's just r. S squared times s is s cubed. And t times t is t squared. So there you have it. Now let's look at 3 and 4. So question number 3 says 5g to the 2nd, h to the 4th times 6g to the 7th, h to the 2nd. So this is going to be 5 times 6, that's 30, g squared and g to the 7th. So g squared times g to the 7th is g to the 9th, because we're going to add those exponents. H to the 4th times h squared is h to the 6th. All right? The last one here is 10ab times 14. Now this is a negative exponent. It's not going to really change the problem too much. Okay, so a to the negative first, b to the third. So what we're going to do here is 14 times 10, that's 140. Now a to the first times a to the negative first. So 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So that's 1, so I don't have to write it. B to the first times b to the third is b to the fourth. So that one's a little tricky. You might want to put a star next to it. Remember, a to the first times a to the negative first, they're going to end up canceling out because 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So that's how to multiply monomials. But how do we multiply binomials? Okay, so right here are the steps. Okay, so I would like you guys to remember the word foil. Okay, like aluminum foil. All right, or like tin foil. All right, and the reason why we're going to refer to the word foil is because it stands for first, outer, inner, last. Okay, first, outer, inner, last. Okay, you can write that down next to the F, the O, the I, and the L. First, outer, inner, last. So how does that help me out here? Well, when I'm doing number 1, it says x plus 2 times x minus 5. Oop, x plus 5. So what does this mean? Well, first means the first thing times the first thing. So x times x is x squared. Outer, well, that's the x, and the outer is the 5. So notice those two things are on the outside. So that's going to be x times 5, which is 5x. Inner, that's the 2 times the x. So that's going to be 2x. And then 2 times the 5, well, that's 10. That's my last. F-O-I-L, foil. Now from here, I can combine the 5x and the 2x, so that's 7x. So this is x squared plus 7x plus 10. Number 2 says x plus 3 times x minus 4. So, first, outer, inner, last. Foil. Combine these two, and we're done. Two more. Now I'm going to let you guys try the other ones because this is very important that you can do this on your own. I'll give you the answers, but see if you can arrive at the same ones that I get. So let me go over 3 and 4 first. So first, x times the x. I like to draw the arrows. Outer, inner, last. Foil. Okay, number 4, 2x plus 1 times 3x minus 5. First, outer, inner, last. So, I'm going to combine my two x's, so that's 6x squared minus 7x minus 5. Foil it. Alright, so now I want you to try the U-try. So it would probably be best to stop the video here, pause it, okay? because I'm about to give you the answers. All right, so trust me, don't just not do these on your own. You really need to try them. So we have y plus 4 times y plus 1. That's going to be y squared plus 5y plus 4. Number 2 says z minus 2 times z plus 6. This is going to be z squared plus 4z minus 12. Number 3, m minus 3 times m minus 7. That's going to be m squared minus 10m plus 21. And number 4, 4y plus 1 times 4y minus 1. This is going to be 16y squared. The inside will end up canceling out, so you're just left with minus 1. So your answer would be 16y squared minus 1. Okay? So I want you guys to stop right there, and I want you to work on the assigned IXL.